Hello, it's Eric here, and so today we're going to talk about a thought experiment that is a one of the most popular stories told by Plato, yeah, and it's about his caveman, yeah, and but before I do that, maybe I should explain the recording process for these videos. And I'm doing everything on a smartphone, yeah. So therefore, the quality of these videos, has room for improvement, But the purpose of doing everything in a smartphone is that I just want to make everything so easy that I just record and then I upload and then just to get the message across to the YouTube channel as quickly as possible, yeah. And so therefore, I do everything in just one take, yeah. And that means that there is no post editing, yeah. And the only kind of quality control I have is basically the stop start button, yeah. And so I know that before I say anything stupid, I will stop the recorder, and then if I think of something interesting to say, then I'll restart the recording. And the other thing that I'm experimenting with is some background music, and I love jazz and funk music, so there may be a little bit of funk music going on in the background now. So I hope it doesn't decrease the quality by too much. Yeah. All right. So let's get back to the thought experiment. It's about Plato's caveman, and the thought experiment goes something like this. Imagine there are some men, men from from a long time ago, and they live in a cave, yeah. And the only contact that they have with the outside world is some kind of artifacts left behind by the civilization in the outside world, like for example some videotapes or cassette tapes or things like that, and so those artifacts are left behind in the cave for the caveman to watch and to listen to. So that means that the only way that the cavemen know what the outside civilization is like is just by listening to these cassette tapes and watching these video tapes, And so they don't actually have a direct experience of what the outside civilization is, yeah. And all they have is their life is just inside the cave, yeah. And so one day one of the cavemen goes outside and he sees these wonderful experience of actually living in the civilization outside, and he comes back and tells his fellow cavemen that what he has experienced, and of course everybody laughs at him, and everybody thinks that he's crazy. But in his mind, the caveman who goes outside to experience the real civilization, in his mind, everything to him is real, in the outside civilization. It's not like, the things that he learns from watching the videotapes and listening to the cassette tapes. Yeah? Everything that he experienced in the outside civilization seems real to him, But then the question is, how do we know that the experience that he gets from the outside civilization is not just some kind of artifacts left behind by some higher level being, Like for example, instead of cassette tapes and videotapes, maybe everything that he experienced in the outside civilization is some kind of simulation done by higher levels, more advanced civilization or higher level beings, And so therefore, we may classify, for example, the cave that the cavemen live in as level 1 cave. Yeah, so level 1 cave. And then the single caveman who goes outside to experience the real civilization, maybe the real civilization outside is actually a level 2 cave, And maybe everything that he experienced in the outside civilization in level 2 cave is instead of cassette tapes or videotapes, it's actually some kind of simulations done by higher level being, yeah. And it doesn't stop there, You can continue with this kind of recursive hack, yeah. And maybe the civilization that the higher beings live in, yeah, the higher level beings who leave us behind those simulation artifacts that we see in the outside world, outside civilization. Maybe those higher beings are actually living in a cave themselves, So the cave that the higher level beings live in is you can call it the level 3 cave, yeah. And it doesn't stop there. You can continue, Maybe the artifacts are left behind in level 3 cave by the level 4 beings. The level 4 beings are actually living in a level 4 cave, yeah. And so the level 4 cave beings are experiencing artifacts are left behind by level 5 cave, yeah. And then the cavemen in the level 5 cave, they experience the the artifacts, they learn the artifacts from the beings in the level 6 cave, and it goes on and on like that, And actually, there is no way to prove that whether we are living in level 1 cave or level 2 cave or level 3 cave, yeah. It's entirely a subjective experience, There's actually no way to prove which level of the cave that we are living in, yeah. So that's basically the gist of Plato's caveman allegory, yeah. And it's a wonderful thought experiment, And it's a fascinating use of the recursive hack in one of our earlier videos, yeah. All right, so let's see if I can find some more recursive hacks in later videos for you. All right, I'll see you then. Bye.